Someone's gonna pay for the things you do. How many hearts must break? How many is it gonna take to satisfy you? Just to satisfy you. Satisfy you. Satisfy you. To satisfy you. Someone's gonna get hurt before you're through.
I was a highwayman. Along the coach roads I did ride, with sword and pistol by my side. Many a young maid lost her marbles to my trade. Many a soldier shed his lifeblood on my blade. The master taught me in the spring of 25.
Or I may simply be a single drop of rain, but I will remain. I'll be back again, and again, and again, and again, and again, silver stallion without a mark on his silky hide. Teach him he can trust me like a brother. One day we'll saddle up and ride, and we're gonna ride. We're gonna ride, riding like a one-eyed jack of diamonds with the devil close behind. We're gonna ride.
Big old tree fell down.
Want my picture? You want me to stand in here?
Sure. Careful.
Probably come down on me.
Jeez. You alright?
No. It's a monster. Wow, that son of a bitch came down.
Yeah. A lot of firewood there.
Okay. No. Yeah, I'm leaving this afternoon. Fish tomorrow?
Probably wondering where the introduction was. I didn't have one because I didn't feel like it, but I'm at camp with my grandpa. We're just getting some wood. Nice beautiful day. It's Saturday. And yeah, just a great day. There's the buck pole. We just put this new one up this year. The other one rotted out. It's pretty sure it's ironwood. Hopefully we'll hang some bucks and some does on there this year. Yeah, this camera, it's in good zoom, but it has some really good zoom. Alright, I'm at camp, obviously. I'm gonna go set up this stand. I'm gonna set it up in probably a pine thicket. I don't know if bucks travel through there or not. Like I said, I just pulled the stand out of my house a couple days ago, and I'm just gonna pick a tree. Hopefully there's a run next to it somewhere, and that's what I'll go with. No four-wheeler still, so this should be interesting. I'm gonna go all the way. It's a forward trail. It runs all the way that way, and then it takes a left into some pines. So I'll turn you back on when I get there. All right, I'm in the pine thicket, and usually when I'm hanging a stand, this is just the way I hang stands. All I look for is a couple deer runs, even if it's just one deer run. Last year's deer sign, like rubs, even if I can find a scrape, since you know there's no leaf coverage after the hunting season because all the leaves have already fallen. But just for a tree with a lot of cover on it. Nice set deer run, Oops. And like I said, I'm in just like kind of a pine thicket. If you look around, I mean, that's the pine thicket right there. And then just kind of looking basically on one of these fingers. I just call them fingers, where it's hard to tell on the camera. These cameras don't really show anything. But I'm on a finger right now, and it dips right there, and then it goes up, and then it goes back down again after another one. I'm just kind of looking for a travel route in here somewhere. But yeah, that's basically what I look for when I'm hanging a stand. Just simple. Anywhere where you figure deer would be moving is usually where I end up seeing deer anyways. I mean, if you're going after big bucks and a certain particular buck, which I never do anyways, because to me that just seems unrealistic, constantly scouting one deer. I see whatever bucks I see. I mean, if I see a nice 8-pointer this year, I'm taking it, whether it's a 100-inch, 80-inch, or even a 10, or even a 10-pointer, anything. I don't shoot spikes. I don't shoot 3-points. Anything with just a smaller body on it. I'd rather let them grow up here. This area's been hunting really hard the last 30 years. A lot of drives, a lot of deer have been taken. And in the last 5 years, it's finally been coming back with the population and the bucks. But like right here, looks like a pretty nice spot where it flattens out. It's at the base of these fingers. There's an older little creek here, and it's just a big flat bottom. And this camera doesn't show anything. It's hard with these cameras. I'm surprised. It's a lot easier to tell probably in the fall when all the leaves are gone, but this is a big flat area, and it goes up. And this is like right in here is in between the two fingers. And usually I just try to look for a deer trail that's running on the bottom of these in the flat spot, you know, path of least resistance or whatever. But I'll turn you back on when I find a spot in here somewhere, and we'll see where we can set this up. Nice straight tree, obviously, or on a pine tree. I don't know yet. Alright, didn't find a tree, but I did find a nice trail. I guess it's an old logging road, maybe. But it opens up right here, and the trail goes up into those pines. And I said it's right along this creek, so when this creek is running, I might stop for a drink. And then the trails just kind of run off that way. It's hard to tell. These cameras, like I said, don't show nothing, but sorry I keep repeating that, but kind of annoying when you look in the LCD screen. You can't really, it's hard to show what you're trying to show. There's another trail that runs in along that way. But probably, I think, probably gonna go that tree right there. Nice and straight. I'd say it's about, a little less than a 20-yard shot to this trail. So I'll face it that way, which is pretty sure that's west, if I'm not mistaken. So I'll hunt this on a north wind. That's that way south. It's west, north. So I'll probably hunt it on a north wind. I mean south wind. Sorry. But I'll turn the camera back on when I got her all set up. All right, stand's all set. It's about maybe 16, 17 feet, which is high enough. I got a lot of back cover there. That pine tree ain't going nowhere. A few other pine tree cover, and once you get up in here, I mean, there's a lot of cover in there. And set up a trail camera just to see what kind of activity comes in here. So Turn that on real quick. Make sure it's got the SD card in it. Which it does. It's got good battery life. Well, I'm going to take a walk to my other stand, see how that's going. Make sure everything's fine on it. It's just a great day to be in the woods. Yeah, I mean, this is a pretty open area. There's a lot of food on the ground. I mean, there's oak trees everywhere in here. I mean, everywhere. I'm on a deer run right now, and there's another deer run right here that crosses. It's hard to see, but there's one that crosses right here. So they move in here. Move in here a decent amount. I mean, there's a lot of acorns. So trees are plentiful this year. It's just kind of hard because, I don't know, I guess I'll just stay. I consider this an oak flat, and it should be good for at least a little while with all the food on the ground. Problem is there's food everywhere, so it's either hit or miss on where you're going to be hunting and where you're going to see some deer, because they're everywhere. So these deer, you know, in the first couple weeks are just going to be browsing no matter where you are. You just got to get lucky and hope one comes by. This is gonna be a quicker vlog than I wanted to do. I was up here with my grandpa. We had to do some work on the cabin, so I didn't have time to really do any pre-game video. This camera over here has gotten a lot of doe and a lot of raccoons on camera. This is the creek stand. Had a lot of the deer on video are going across that part of the creek, so I might have to clear a couple branches up there to get a shot. But they do still cross right here. It's not as much. And I got the trail camera. I gotta come back, get the SD card in there. I forgot to bring it with me. Give you a better overview of where this stand is. There's where the whole creek goes. All the way down that way. And then there's a logging trail over here. Somewhere in there's a logging trail that heads straight way down into a ravine, to a big field. It's probably like I'd say at least 100 acres maybe of a field. I'm not sure. Maybe not 100, maybe like a 50-acre field. Like I said, man, there's food everywhere. So it's gonna be hit or miss this year in the first few weeks of the season. Once everything gets eaten, hopefully it'll get a little bit more consistent on where they're traveling until the rut hits, obviously. But that's gonna be pretty much for the video. Can't really think of anything else to do. I'll show you the floor and stuff and what we did to the cabin, but that's about it.